Dodge has just dropped a bombshell and blown the doors off the car market. Their latest announcement left the competitors scrambling and shocked the entire car market. Dodge is delivering a powerful blow to the status quo, making a move so daring it's set to reshape the future of performance cars forever. Everyone's asking the same question: why now, and what's at stake? Why is Dodge phasing out its most iconic vehicles? Can they redefine muscle cars in an electric age? And what does this mean for you? Buckle up, because this is just the beginning. What's happening? Dodge has just set the automotive world ablaze with an announcement that no one saw coming. The company, long celebrated as the king of muscle cars, is officially phasing out its legendary gas-powered models by 2030. In their place, Dodge plans to introduce a fully electric lineup, starting with the Charger EVX, a car they claim will deliver all the power and swagger of a traditional muscle car but with zero emissions. At the heart of this announcement is the Charger EVX, Dodge's first fully electric muscle car. The EVX promises lightning-fast acceleration, a driving range exceeding 400 miles, and a sound system designed to mimic the rumble of a V8 engine. Dodge is positioning it as the perfect marriage of tradition and innovation. But this move isn't just about introducing a new car, it's about redefining the brand. Dodge is taking a bold stance in a world where electrification is no longer optional. Stricter emissions laws, rising fuel prices, and the undeniable success of EV leaders like Tesla have pushed Dodge into uncharted territory. Instead of clinging to the past, Dodge is leaning into the future, hard. This shift represents not just a new chapter for Dodge, but a potential turning point for the entire car market. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy that could either catapult Dodge into the EV spotlight or alienate their core fan base. And that's what has everyone talking. The pressures behind Dodge's bombshell didn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of mounting pressure on automakers worldwide. The problem is clear. Traditional gas-powered vehicles, particularly those with massive V8 engines, are becoming increasingly unsustainable. Over the past decade, emissions regulations have tightened significantly, especially in key markets like Europe and North America. Dodge's iconic muscle cars, while beloved for their power, have been a target for environmental critics and regulators alike. As global governments push for stricter fuel efficiency standards and EV adoption, Dodge has found itself at a crossroad. But emissions rules are only part of the problem. Rising fuel costs have made high-performance cars less appealing to everyday buyers. Meanwhile, competitors like Tesla, Ford, and even upstarts like Rivian have taken the lead in the electric vehicle space. Dodge's reluctance to dive into EVs earlier left them vulnerable, and now they're racing to catch up. Another major factor, consumer preferences are shifting. Buyers aren't just looking for speed and power anymore. They want technology, efficiency, and sustainability. Dodge's traditional lineup, while iconic, hasn't kept pace with these demands. The market is moving faster than ever, and Dodge's decision to embrace electrification is an attempt to close the gap before it's too late. But this pivot isn't without risks. The Charger EVX might be innovative, but can it capture the hearts of Dodge's fiercely loyal fan base? For decades, Dodge enthusiasts have celebrated the roar of a Hellcat engine and the raw power of a Challenger. Can an electric car really replace that experience? And if Dodge fails to convince its audience, what happens next? The ripple effect. Dodge's shift to electrification isn't just a big deal for the brand. It has far-reaching implications for the entire auto industry, and yes, for you as a consumer. First, let's talk about prices. Introducing a revolutionary model like the Charger EVX requires significant investment in research, development, and manufacturing. This could drive up the cost of new cars, not just from Dodge, but across the market as competitors race to match the innovation. For buyers, this means higher price tags and potentially longer wait times as supply chains adapt to new demands. Second, Dodge's move is a clear signal to the rest of the industry. The era of gas-guzzling performance cars is coming to an end. Other brands like Ford and Chevrolet will be forced to reevaluate their own lineups. Will they follow Dodge's lead, or will they stick to traditional models for as long as possible? Either way, the competition is about to heat up, and the market will likely see a flood of new EV options in the coming years. And what about the consumer experience? Dodge's bombshell could redefine what it means to drive a muscle car. The Charger EVX isn't just electric, it's a reimagining of performance, blending cutting-edge technology with the thrill of speed. But this also raises questions. Will the experience of driving a muscle car lose its soul without the rumble of a V8 engine? Or will Dodge's innovation usher in a new golden age of performance vehicles? Finally, there's the ripple effect on the used car market. As Dodge phases out gas-powered vehicles, demand for their classic models could skyrocket among collectors and enthusiasts. This means prices for used Chargers and Challengers might soar, making them a hot commodity for years to come. Reinventing muscle. Dodge's bold announcement centers around the introduction of their first fully electric muscle car, the Charger EVX. This vehicle represents a complete reinvention of Dodge's identity, one that is as ambitious as it is controversial. Dodge has committed to moving away from its gas-powered heritage by introducing a lineup of fully electric performance vehicles. The Charger EVX is not just a car, it is a statement of intent, one that promises to fuse the raw power Dodge is known for with cutting-edge electric technology. The Charger EVX boasts a range of over 400 miles on a single charge, a feat made possible by Dodge's partnership with a new generation of battery manufacturers. This advanced battery system claims to deliver lightning-fast acceleration, capable of rivaling Dodge's iconic internal combustion engine models. While Dodge is tight-lipped about exact performance specs, they have teased that the Charger EVX will be able to hit 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. The innovation doesn't stop at performance. Dodge has engineered an artificial sound system that recreates the guttural roar of a traditional V8 engine. This sound system, known as the Fretsonic chambered exhaust, is designed to address one of the biggest concerns from loyalists: the emotional connection tied to the sound of a muscle car. According to Dodge executives, this technology produces a sound that is both futuristic and reminiscent of Dodge's past, aiming to make the transition to electric power as seamless as possible for fans. The Charger EVX will also feature state-of-the-art connectivity and driver assist systems. Dodge is integrating autonomous driving features into the EVX, although the focus remains on the thrill of driving. The interior will include a high-tech cockpit with a massive central screen, augmented reality heads-up displays, and customizable driving modes tailored to individual preferences. The technology behind the change. The Charger EVX is not just another electric vehicle, it is the result of years of research and a complete rethinking of automotive engineering. At the core of this transformation is Dodge's decision to partner with cutting-edge battery technology firms to develop a next-generation powertrain. These batteries are built to deliver higher energy density, faster charging times, and improved thermal management compared to existing systems. The electric motors in the Charger EVX are designed to provide instant torque, a hallmark of electric performance. Dodge has promised that this instant torque will recreate the visceral driving experience that fans have come to expect from their muscle cars. The engineering team has also emphasized the importance of weight distribution. By placing the battery pack low in the chassis, the Charger EVX achieves a near-perfect weight balance, enhancing both stability and handling. Another technological breakthrough is the car's regenerative braking system. Dodge has engineered a system that not only recaptures energy during braking, but also mimics the feeling of engine braking in traditional vehicles. This innovation ensures that the driving experience remains familiar to enthusiasts, even as the underlying technology evolves. Dodge is also investing heavily in charging infrastructure to support its electric vehicle rollout. The company has announced plans to collaborate with charging station networks to create dedicated Dodge charging hubs. These hubs will feature ultra-fast chargers capable of delivering 80% charge in under 15 minutes, addressing one of the most significant barriers to widespread electric vehicle adoption: charging time. Consumer impact. Dodge's electrification strategy is not just a seismic shift for the company, it is a transformative moment for consumers. The Charger EVX represents a new kind of performance vehicle, one that blends the visceral excitement of muscle cars with the sustainability of electric power. For enthusiasts, this is both exciting and unsettling. One of the most immediate impacts will be on pricing. Dodge has hinted that the Charger EVX will be priced competitively within the performance car segment, but electric vehicles are inherently more expensive to produce than their internal combustion engine counterparts. This could mean a starting price upwards of $70,000, putting it out of reach for many traditional Dodge buyers. However, Dodge is banking on government incentives for electric vehicle purchases, which could help offset the cost for early adopters. For existing Dodge fans, the shift to electric vehicles raises concerns about accessibility and identity. Many loyalists are drawn to Dodge's affordability and the unmistakable roar of their engines. While Dodge has worked to replicate this sound with artificial systems, the question remains, will it be enough to satisfy die-hard enthusiasts? On the flip side, the Charger EVX could open the Dodge brand to a new audience. Younger buyers who prioritize technology and sustainability may find the EVX more appealing than traditional muscle cars. Dodge's decision to incorporate advanced connectivity features, autonomous driving capabilities, and customizable driving modes could make the Charger EVX a hit among tech-savvy consumers. Why competitors are scrambling. Dodge's announcement has sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving competitors scrambling to adapt. The Charger EVX is not just a new car, it is a challenge to the status quo, one that forces other automakers to rethink their strategies. Ford, for instance, has made significant strides in electrification with models like the Mustang Mach-E, but Dodge's bold commitment to a fully electric lineup raises the stakes. Ford now faces the challenge of defending the legacy of its Mustang brand while competing with Dodge's aggressive push into electrified muscle cars. Chevrolet is in a similar position. The Chevrolet Camaro has long been a rival to the Dodge Charger and Challenger, but with Dodge pivoting to electric vehicles, Chevrolet must decide whether to follow suit or continue refining its internal combustion engine offerings. Either way, the landscape for American performance cars is shifting dramatically. Even Tesla, often seen as untouchable in the electric vehicle market, is not immune to the disruption. While Tesla has dominated the electric vehicle space with models like the Model S and Model 3, it has not directly targeted the performance muscle car segment. Dodge's focus on delivering an emotional driving experience could carve out a unique niche that Tesla has yet to explore. International competitors like Porsche and BMW are also keeping a close eye on Dodge's strategy. While these brands have already made significant investments in electrification, Dodge's focus on combining raw power with affordability could challenge their dominance in the high-performance electric vehicle market. A double-edged sword. Dodge's electrification strategy may be bold, but it's not without significant risks. Transitioning from gas-powered vehicles, especially iconic muscle cars, to a fully electric lineup is a gamble that could either solidify Dodge's place as a leader in innovation or alienate their most loyal customers. For decades, Dodge has been the go-to brand for enthusiasts who love the raw power of a roaring V8 engine. The Challenger and Charger, particularly their high-performance variants like the Hellcat, have become cultural icons. These vehicles are not just cars, they're symbols of unrestrained power, rebellion, and Americana. Moving away from internal combustion engines means risking the loss of this identity. Will Dodge's core audience embrace a future where their beloved muscle cars are powered by electricity and silent, save for engineered sound? Then there's the issue of execution. Announcing a bold plan is one thing, delivering on it is another. Electric vehicle production is fraught with challenges, from securing reliable battery supplies to scaling manufacturing processes. Dodge is stepping into a market where Tesla, Rivian, and Ford are already entrenched. Any delays or missteps in bringing the Charger EVX to market could damage Dodge's credibility and erode consumer confidence. Another potential pitfall lies in the cost. Developing advanced electric vehicles is expensive, and Dodge will need to balance innovation with affordability. If the Charger EVX and subsequent models are priced too high, Dodge risks alienating their existing customer base while failing to attract new buyers. Conversely, if they cut costs to make their vehicles more affordable, they could compromise on quality or performance, undermining the very appeal of their electric muscle cars. Industry growing pains. The challenges facing Dodge are not unique to them. They reflect broader issues within the automotive industry. Electrification is a monumental shift, and the transition is far from smooth. While many automakers have made strides in rolling out electric vehicles, the infrastructure to support widespread adoption is still lagging behind. One of the biggest hurdles is the lack of charging stations. While Dodge has announced plans to collaborate with charging networks, the reality is that charging infrastructure in many regions remains inadequate. For Dodge buyers who are used to the convenience of refueling a gas tank in minutes, the prospect of searching for a charging station and waiting for their vehicle to recharge could be a major deterrent. Battery technology also presents challenges. While advancements in energy density and charging speed are promising, batteries remain expensive to produce and recycle. Additionally, the global supply chain for critical materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel is under significant strain. Dodge will need to navigate these challenges carefully to ensure a reliable supply of batteries for their electric vehicles. Another growing pain is consumer perception. While electric vehicles are gaining popularity, they still account for a small fraction of total car sales worldwide. Many buyers remain skeptical of electric vehicles due to concerns about range, reliability, and long-term costs. Dodge's challenge will be convincing these buyers that the Charger EVX and its successors are not just viable options, but superior to traditional gas-powered cars. The automotive industry is also grappling with rising costs across the board. From raw materials to labor, the cost of producing vehicles has increased significantly in recent years. For automakers like Dodge, this creates a difficult balancing act: how to price their vehicles competitively without sacrificing profitability. What happens if it fails? The stakes for Dodge could not be higher. If their electrification strategy fails, the consequences could be catastrophic, not just for Dodge, but for the entire Stellantis group, their parent company. A failed rollout of the Charger EVX would likely lead to massive financial losses, damaging Dodge's reputation and eroding consumer trust. If Dodge alienates their loyal fan base with the transition to electric vehicles, they risk losing their unique position in the market. Unlike Ford or Chevrolet, which have diversified lineups, Dodge's identity is heavily tied to muscle cars. If those muscle cars fail to resonate in an electric format, Dodge could find itself struggling to stay relevant. The timing of Dodge's strategy also adds to the risk. By committing to a fully electric lineup by the end of the decade, Dodge is placing a significant bet on the growth of the electric vehicle market. If consumer demand for electric vehicles does not grow as expected, Dodge could be left with an expensive lineup of vehicles that fail to sell. There is also the potential for competitive pressures to undermine Dodge's efforts. Tesla has already established itself as the leader in electric vehicle performance, while brands like Rivian and Lucid are carving out their own niches. Dodge will need to differentiate itself in a crowded market, and any missteps could give competitors the upper hand. Is Dodge betting too big? The biggest question surrounding Dodge's electrification strategy is whether they are betting too big, too fast. Phasing out internal combustion engines entirely by 2030 is an ambitious goal, and it leaves little room for error. Dodge is effectively putting all their chips on the table, and if the bet doesn't pay off, the consequences could be severe. One of the risks of such an aggressive timeline is that it may not allow Dodge enough time to refine their technology. Electric vehicle development is a complex process, and rushing to meet ambitious deadlines could result in quality issues or reliability concerns. For a brand that has built its reputation on performance and durability, even small missteps could have outsized consequences. Dodge is also taking a significant financial risk. Transitioning to an all-electric lineup requires massive investments in research and development, manufacturing facilities, and charging infrastructure. While Dodge's parent company Stellantis has pledged to support this transition, the costs involved are enormous. If the Charger EVX and other electric models fail to generate sufficient revenue, Dodge could find itself in a precarious financial position. Finally, there's the question of market readiness. While electric vehicles are gaining traction, they still face significant barriers to mainstream adoption. Many consumers remain hesitant to switch to electric vehicles due to concerns about cost, range, and charging availability. If the market is not ready to embrace electric vehicles at the scale Dodge is planning, the company could find itself with a lineup of cars that fail to meet consumer needs. Dodge's bet is undoubtedly a bold one, but it is not without precedent. Throughout its history, Dodge has thrived on taking risks, whether it was introducing the original Challenger or pushing the limits with the Hellcat. This latest move is a continuation of that legacy, but the stakes have never been higher. A new era for Dodge. Dodge's bombshell is more than just an announcement. It is the dawn of a new era for the brand and possibly for the automotive industry as a whole. The shift to an all-electric lineup by the end of the decade represents a significant departure from Dodge's heritage as a builder of gas-powered muscle cars. However, this bold strategy also signals Dodge's intent to lead, not just adapt, in an evolving market. The Charger EVX, the first fully electric muscle car, is set to serve as the centerpiece of Dodge's transformation. This car is more than a vehicle. It is a symbol of what Dodge aims to achieve in the 21st century. By combining cutting-edge technology with the thrill of performance, Dodge hopes to redefine what it means to be a muscle car brand in an electric age. But what does this mean for Dodge's legacy? On one hand, this shift could solidify Dodge's place as a pioneer in electric performance vehicles. On the other, it risks alienating longtime fans who feel a deep emotional connection to the brand's gas-powered roots. Whether Dodge's legacy grows or diminishes depends on their ability to balance tradition with innovation. For Dodge, success in this new era will require more than just advanced engineering. It will demand a clear vision, flawless execution, and the ability to convince consumers consumers that the soul of a muscle car can survive and thrive in an electric future. Broader market implications. Dodge's move to electrification is not just a bold step for the company, it is a catalyst for change in the broader automotive market. By committing to a fully electric lineup, Dodge has issued a challenge to other automakers: adapt or risk being left behind. Competitors like Ford and Chevrolet, already leaders in electric vehicle development, will need to decide how to respond. Will they double down on their existing electric offerings, or will Dodge's boldness force them to push the boundaries of performance and innovation even further? Either way, Dodge's decision is likely to accelerate the pace of change across the industry. The Charger EVX also represents an opportunity for Dodge to carve out a unique niche in the electric vehicle market. While many automakers have focused on efficiency, sustainability, or luxury, Dodge is emphasizing the emotional appeal of driving. This focus on performance, combined with advanced technology, could set Dodge apart from competitors like Tesla, which has dominated the electric performance segment but lacks the heritage and emotional resonance of a brand like Dodge. However, Dodge's move could also disrupt the market in unexpected ways. If the Charger EVX and subsequent models are successful, they could force competitors to rethink their strategies and potentially flood the market with similar electric performance vehicles. This could create a more competitive and innovative market, ultimately benefiting consumers. Consumer benefits and challenges. Dodge's transformation offers both opportunities and challenges for consumers. On the one hand, the Charger EVX and other electric models promise to deliver a thrilling driving experience while also addressing environmental concerns. For performance enthusiasts who care about sustainability, this is a win-win scenario. The Charger EVX's advanced technology, including its artificial exhaust system and customizable driving modes, also offers new levels of personalization and innovation. These features could make Dodge's electric vehicles more appealing to younger, tech-savvy buyers who value connectivity and cutting-edge design. However, there are challenges as well. The higher cost of electric vehicles could put them out of reach for some buyers, particularly those who have traditionally gravitated toward Dodge for its affordability. While government incentives may help offset these costs, they are not guaranteed to be available in all regions or for all buyers. Another challenge is the availability of charging infrastructure. While Dodge has announced plans to collaborate with charging networks, the reality is that many consumers still live in areas where charging stations are sparse. This could limit the appeal of electric vehicles for buyers who do not have access to convenient charging options. The future of driving. Dodge's bold strategy is a reflection of larger trends shaping the future of driving. The transition to electric vehicles is not just a technological shift, it is a cultural one. As automakers like Dodge redefine what performance means in an electric age, they are also reshaping how consumers think about cars and their place in the world. In the short term, Dodge's electrification strategy could create ripple effects across the automotive market. Other automakers may be forced to accelerate their own electric vehicle plans, leading to a wave of new models and technologies. This increased competition could benefit consumers by driving down costs and improving quality. In the long term, Dodge's success or failure will provide valuable lessons for the industry. If Dodge succeeds, it will demonstrate that even the most traditional automotive brands can thrive in an electric future. If they fail, it will serve as a cautionary tale about the risks of moving too quickly or losing sight of core brand values. Beyond the industry, Dodge's transformation also has implications for society as a whole. As governments around the world push for cleaner transportation, automakers like Dodge will play a crucial role in shaping the transition to sustainable mobility. The Charger EVX is not just a car, it is part of a larger movement toward reducing emissions and reimagining what it means to drive in the 21st century. But what do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below.